Yes, tell me something about yourself.
Sir, my name is Gurkanwal Singh. I belong to Jalandhar district of Punjab. I did my schooling from MGN Public School, Jalandhar, and later on I went for civil engineering in Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology. Sir, since I completed my engineering, I started preparing for Central Armed Police for examination and civil services examination. And sir, I'm
Okay.
currently preparing only.
So civil engineering was your choice or just option you got?
Sir, honestly, in our Punjab area, there is a trend that we should go for civil or electrical or mechanical engineering that are conventional branches and apply for the government post there. That is sub-divisional engineer and junior engineer and such on, such as like this, sir. But apparently, I got attracted to the courses such as sir, IPS and BSF and CRPF and all. So I changed my course of career, sir, after
Okay.
engineering.
So in core civil engineering job, you did not apply for any job.
Uh, no, sir, I did not apply, sir.
Okay. Anyway, in total, for example, in 4 years, how many subjects you studied?
Sir, in the first year, there are some common subjects that are for the whole of the branches like computer, electronics, and surveying. That is the core subject of civil engineering. And other core subjects are of our civil engineering is structural engineering, mechanics, structural mechanics, and the transportational engineering, construction project management, and sir, like this only, sir.
Okay. For example, two roads of same height, for example, concrete, 6 inches. Let us take hypothetical 6 inches. So two roads
Yes,
of
sir.
6 inches. One is means working for example, 20 years, and some
Yes,
is
sir.
just getting destroyed in 5 years. So what are some of the differences? Obviously, if there is difference, then one is running for 20 years and one is just for 5 years. So can you tell me?
Sir, the concrete road you are talking about, sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, there will be a design malfunction, we could say, that the material that we chose, that is concrete, that is made up of cement, water, and aggregates, the proportion may not be correct. That should have been used. And secondly, sir, reinforcement that have been applied there, they may have been different diameters or not that strength. And thirdly, sir, the testing of the concrete have not been done properly. That are I'm not able to recall the tests, sir, but there is the cube test that we do for measuring the strength. So that may not be correct, sir.
Okay. Let us take, we want to make a building of 6 floor. Okay. And we want
Yes,
that building should survive at least 100 years. More than 100 years is not problem.
yes,
So,
sir.
for example, 6 floor building. So, what you suggest, for example, the composition of cement and sand, the thickness of iron rod, and the depth from ground and all. In general, what you suggest?
Uh, Sir, to check the sustainability of a building, firstly, the design is made and the foundation is laid as per the design set in the computer software that we use. Uh, for the 4 to 6 floors, we basically use 6 meter foundation, 6 to 7 meter foundation, and maybe we can use pile foundation or we can use slab foundation in that. That is up to our design. And secondly, sir, the reinforcement diameter that we are talking about, we can the average diameter is, sir, 12 millimeter, 12 millimeter, sir. And sir, that the technicalities we use,
Okay,
the
okay.
ties,
Listen,
stirrups.
listen, listen. You are saying just 12 diameter, 6 floor building, 12 diameter rod is sufficient.
Uh, Sir, uh, the uh, the their basic diameter is 12 mm only, sir, for the reinforcement, sir. I think, sir.
No, see, the thing
There
is
is,
not key depending on, for example, 12 mm means 1.2 centimeter. So
yes, sir.
1.2 centimeter diameter is not, for example, if we are making six floor, then for example, in
Yes.
some part we can use, but for basic foundation, we required more now.
Um, sorry, sir, I'm not able
Okay,
to
okay, no
recall
problem.
at this moment.
Okay, okay, no problem. You will go through. Anyway, for example, I asked this question also, ki how we measure the road. For example, our Honorable Minister, Central Minister Nitin Gadkari say, India, for example, made record to suppose construct 100 kilometer in so much time, just 100 hours or something. So how we measure ki kilometer of road, ki we made this kilometer of road?
Sir, we calculate the time, sir, while making the road. The Union Minister Nitin Gadkari, sir, talked about the Ghaziabad to Aligarh road, 100-kilometer road was built in 100 hours. So it was a marvelous achievement for us.
Okay, so
Uh,
means from distance A to distance B, you say it is
yes,
100 kilometer
yes, sir.
or something else. If
Uh,
it would
sir,
have been so easy at first place, I would not have asked this question.
can I think for, sir,
Yes,
5 seconds, sir?
yes, yes.
Sir,
Remember something I asked you in previous interview, previous mock, apply that concept, then you will be able to say.
uh, sir, the 50-kilometer, there may be, sir, 50 and 50-kilometer, both the sides, sir.
Actually, it is last time I asked about the lane, number of lane. So it is
Uh,
measured in terms of lane. If, for example,
okay,
we
sir.
are making 8-lane road, then divide
Yes.
100 by 8 means even 12 point something kilometer you are making, that will be. For example, if there is 4 lane, means 25 kilometer distance you are making and 4 lane. So 25 into 4, that is 100. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir, I was not able to answer,
Okay,
sir.
no problem. So what you said na ki in your area people are taking traditional subjects, either electrical or civils, and they are trying for government job. So when
Yes, sir.
my idea came in your mind that I am not made for those things, I'm made for uniform forces, and why this came in idea?
Sir, during my engineering degree, I had a discussion with my friends and my seniors who had been applying for the Central Armed Police Force and Civil Services. So some of my friends are have joined the forces, and they have talked about the various operations or training that they have been going through. And this got attracting me to go for Central Police Forces, particularly in that is IPS and, sir, the Central Armed Police Force, sir.
Okay. People from your state, a lot of people I know, and you also know, they are having
Yes,
dream to go Canada. Okay, so
yes,
does this idea not attracts you?
sir. Honestly, although, sir, there have been immigration immigration from our Punjab state to the Canada in a huge number since last 4 to 5 years. Uh, but I never got attracted to such career choice because the I always wanted to become a police officer since my engineering days and want to wear a uniform and do service in the uniform, sir.
Related to Canada, there was one news. Actually, that things happened 30 years back. There was Air India flight Kaniska, and that was exploded mid-air, and in that more than 300 people died. Have you heard about the Kaniska bombing case?
Um, Sorry, sir, I am not able to
Okay, no
find the
problem.
answer.
Anyway, have you heard the word Kanishk in history?
Yes, sir. He was
was he?
a ruler of Kushan kingdom during the ancient times, sir.
Okay. Anyway, who
He
was the
was.
founder of Kusana dynasty?
I'm sorry, sir. What are you? What was the question?
Who was the founder of Kusan dynasty?
Sir, they were Cadphises 1 and Cadphises 2, who were the first ruler of Kushan dynasty. As per sir, my knowledge, they were the ones who started uh, making coins, that is gold coins and copper coins, and circulating in the
Any major
population.
contribution of Kanishka in our history?
Sir, he was an ardent follower of Buddhism, and he was tolerant about other religions also. And he, in his time, a Buddhist council was held, that is fourth Buddhist council in Srinagar, where the Buddhist sect was divided into two major types, that is Hinayana and Mahayana. And
So he was follower of Hinayana or Mahayana?
sir, Mahayana, as per my knowledge, sir.
Yes, Aarti, continue.
Okay, sir. Okay, so Gurkanwal, tell me something about your district. Why it is famous?
Ma'am, Jalandhar is famous. Firstly, sir, ma'am, there is the highest number of hospitals per capita as per the report in 2019. And secondly, ma'am, there is Devi Talab Mandir, which is known for its history for goddess Durga since 200 years. And thirdly, ma'am, there is Doordarshan headquarters here in Jalandhar. And fourthly, it is lying between two major rivers of Punjab, that is Beas and Satluj. So the name Jalandhar came from this idea that it lies inside the water, ma'am.
Oh, okay, tell me the three major problems Punjab is facing.
Firstly, the Punjab is facing the water crisis. There has been water scarcity in our Punjab state. The activities we can describe like agriculture, because irrigation is the major activity that is being used by the farmers. And due to the freebies, or I can say the free electricity for 8 hours, the Punjab government provide for irrigation during monsoon. And secondly, ma'am, there is the unemployment rate. In economic survey of 2021-2022, the unemployment rate of Punjab was the highest in the India, that is 7.5%. And thirdly, ma'am, law and order. Although the report came in the December 2022 that it is the second best in law and order in India, but there is some nexus, or I can say the organized crime that is happening at a rapid rate. So police is doing their best job, but we can do, ma'am, better there.
Okay. And what are the reasons behind the drug issue in Punjab?
Ma'am, the drug issue, apparently it is happening, we can say, inside the villages, or because it is a border state, ma'am. The state is highly volatile, in highly volatile situation, ma'am, regarding drug or any organized crime. So the anti-social elements always want that the Punjab youth don't get developed as much as and they go for the saving or servicing for the country. And the drug issue, I say, ma'am, the basic reason behind is unemployment, ma'am. If the employment is provided, maybe for the minimum wage also, the youth will get attracted to the employment and will leave the drugs, ma'am.
Okay. And what is the punishment in India for taking drugs?
Ma'am, the act for the drug is NDPS Act, ma'am. There is, according to my knowledge, ma'am, there is no minimum quantity described in there in the act for the punishment. But the punishment may be, ma'am, minimum of, sorry, ma'am, I can make a guess, ma'am. I am not able to recall at this moment.
Okay.
The minimum punishment is, ma'am, 7 years and above, ma'am. I don't have much knowledge about this, ma'am, the punishment.
Okay. Okay, tell me something about Narcotics Control Bureau.
One second, I think, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, it is the anti-narcotics agency of our Union of India, and the currently, ma'am, I'm not sure about this, ma'am. It is currently under Ministry of Home Affairs, I guess, ma'am. And secondly, ma'am, the major drug issues are handled by them, the drug peddlers or any drug traffickers. The particularly this agency go after them, ma'am. And there has
Okay.
been a portal first. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So tell me the reason why the people of Punjab are going abroad in large numbers. What are the reasons?
Firstly, ma'am, I talked about this, ma'am. There is huge unemployment, and they are not getting unemployment. That does not mean, ma'am, I think the vacancies or any other jobs that are not provided to them. I think the kind of jobs according to their background or education, they are not getting satisfied with the jobs that they get here. And in Canada, they are attracted to the opportunities, whether they are small jobs or big jobs. They get huge opportunity because there is a exchange rate that Canada is having higher than India, that is $60 to per one 60 rupees to $1. So I think,
Hmm.
ma'am, the youth get attracted to that destination for this purpose.
Okay, tell me what is diaspora and how it impacts India.
Ma'am, diaspora is ma'am, the diversity the India is having, ma'am, in the respect of different religion, different languages, and different uh, ethnicity, or I would say, ma'am, the different cultures that are followed here. And I think it is an asset of India that makes India unique in the world, because the diversity that we have, unity is very difficult to maintain, but this has been maintained since last thousands of years. And I think it would help in future thousands of years, ma'am, also.
Okay. Have you heard about free beach policies?
Sorry, ma'am, I'm not able to get the question.
Okay. So I'm asking about the free beach policies.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. So tell me the impact of this policy, both negative and positive.
And firstly, I would talk about the positive. Firstly, I would talk about the previous, that the various government populist policies used to for their vote bank, or maybe they would be thinking about the benefit of the population or the electorate for those who have elected them. The positive impact is that the population gets what they want in minimum of the monetary use that they can. And secondly, I would say, ma'am, the I would talk about the, ma'am, negative point. Negative point is that the huge financial burden is created in the budget of the state or the country, if I say, because the freebie policies are using the finances of the state to provide. That is, I would say, ma'am, taxing some population more and providing free the free the things to the other population or lower vulnerable population. So uh, there is both like this, and positive and negative. Due to this, our Punjab
Oh,
state is reeling under huge financial burden.
yes. Okay, good. Okay, so as we know, India is hosting G20 summits this year. So what are the focus areas according to India in this summit?
First, G20 is a huge opportunity for India, and it is the first time that we are hosting as a developing nation. We have our various areas that we want the world to see. The first and foremost is the, ma'am, environmental issue that our Prime Minister is focusing for, that he launched last year, that is lifestyle for environment, and he has been popularizing in this G20 also to make the world greener, and using various opportunities to make this environment cleaner. And second is, ma'am, digital technology that we have been developing since last 3 to 4 years, and also asking the world to use the uh, India's digital technology like COVID that we have created, and in the COVID it was very helpful not only for India but various other developing nations. And thirdly, ma'am, uh, the energy that we have been developing. There was a event. I am not able to recall the name of the main event, but it was organized by Ministry of Petroleum, and the two basically it was to use sustainably the energy and that we have, that is oil or petroleum that we get from it, or coal that I would say in particularly, and slowly shifting to renewable energy. uh, I think, ma'am, these were the three main areas according to me, ma'am.
Yes, yes, okay. So as we know, our neighboring countries are facing various problems, like if we talk
Yes.
about Pakistan or Myanmar or
Mhm.
Sri Lanka. So how this is going to impact India?
uh, Ma'am, can I think for this?
Yes.
And as we have seen that Pakistan and Sri Lanka both have been going under financial stress. This is not a 1 day or 1 year policy that they have been affected with, but the long duration, the policies or any other activities the government was involved in both of the state, both of the countries. I would say that Sri Lanka as was the effect of civil war in 2009 and 10 that affected the Sri Lanka more, and the Easter bombing attacks and COVID affected their tourism. So this was a huge setback for their foreign exchange. And in Pakistan, that we say that the the articles was describing about the flood situation, but the World Bank described that the huge foreign exchange debt that they had, this was the main reason. And I would compare these two with the India. Ma'am. India has economic policies that India have been using since independence. It is not for a particular objective or particular region, but it was for equality for all, and also moving with the world and not aligning with any other country, but independently for its population. I would say, ma'am, the foreign exchange debt that we have, it is very low. That is less than 10%, and a foreign debt, I would say, external debt, and that is a benefit for us. And the reserves that we have, that are huge reserves, and that are, I think, ma'am, fifth largest foreign reserves that we are holding. So it is a benefit for us to cross over any external debt or any difficulty that we would face in the future.
Yeah. Okay. So you have mentioned in your hobbies, you love cooking North Indian food.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what's your favorite dish?
Ma'am, favorite dish, ma'am, I would say the basic food that we make in home, ma'am, the dal and
Okay.
vegetable, and the roti that we eat. I am not attracted to any delicious or any other very attractive food, but simple food
Okay.
is all that I like, ma'am. So I cook this
Okay.
food only.
So what is important for you in food? Taste, presentation, or nutrition?
And according to me, there shall be balance of these three, or all of these three. If we
Okay.
cannot have, if we don't have presentation, then we would not like to eat that food. So, and the second is, ma'am, nutrition. The more nutrition the food would have, the more healthy our body would be and help in the our the days that we would do our work. And firstly, taste. If the first taste would not be a better taste, then we would not eat the whole food, ma'am. We would go for another food.
Okay. So what is nutrition?
Nutrition, ma'am. The there is this is a very big concept, ma'am. We can say the proportion of carbohydrate, protein, or fat that we have in food, or cholesterol that we have, that it makes in our body. I would say, ma'am, the basic, that sugar, salt, or there should be
Yes.
a proportionate amount that we would have in foods.
Okay. Okay, so as we see, why Western and Chinese food are so popular in India, but when we compare it to Indian food in the Western countries, it is not that much popular. So what are the reasons?
Ma'am, what we are doing, ma'am, Chinese food is popular because um, can I think, ma'am, for 1 5 seconds?
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, I am not able to answer. I'll think about this. Can I make
Okay.
a guess? Okay, okay,
Yes.
ma'am. I think the uh, population of India needs something new every time, ma'am, either in food or in any activity. So the Chinese food have various varieties, that is noodles, momos, and our young generation, although they are the food that is providing China is Chinese or any other Western, that is not much healthy, but that is tasty according to, and that is changed according to the Indian taste, ma'am. If I would say, and it get uh, tastier for the population of India.
Okay. That's all from my side, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, dear, see, one thing, for example, India is having more diversity. For example, China is having less diversity. Okay. And one thing is ki at this fast lane of life, we want food should be easily prepared. One of the reason for Chinese food, okay, that you can say. And obviously there are many things, but India is, for example, having so much diversity now from north to
Yes,
south, and but China is more homogeneous society. So that's the thing. Ki generally, in for example, in some part of India, you find a specific type of food, in some part other,
yes,
but
ma'am.
in some area, for
Yes,
example, there is a melting pot. So in, for example, Delhi or something, you get every type of foods and all, and the street food and all, you are experimenting. But for example, in other countries, we are not able to brand. And for example, what where you are able to brand, just I asked, for example, some of the Punjabi dishes are more popular in London and all. So whatever you
yes.
are able to cook there, you are able to explore, then that will be okay. Anyway, have you heard about the term essential religious practices?
Um, yes, sir, I have heard about this, sir. Uh, Sir, I am not able to recall the judgment of the Supreme Court. What about
Okay,
the
don't
case?
go about Supreme Court. Anyway, you know about the case, in which case generally, obviously, there are not a single case, but in mainly one case, essential practices things was delivered. Can you recall?
In the last 4 to 5 years, 3 years, the Sabrimala case, sir, that was a case that was involving the essential religious practice concept. The Supreme Court delivered a judgment that the issue was that in Sabrimala, the women were not allowed there in the Sabrimala temple. So
Women in
during their
menstruating age.
during men yes, sir,
Yeah.
during menstruation, sir, they
No,
were not
no.
allowed as it
Actually,
was.
all women during menstruation period, for example, from 10 to
Yes,
50 years of age. So, yeah,
yes,
that's. And one famous case is Ismail Faruqi case,
okay, sir.
1994. It was the major milestone of essential religious practices. Anyway, in Sikhism, if I take Sikhism, so what are the essential religious practices in terms of Sikhism?
uh, Sir, there are five essential practices, that is case, Kanga, Kada, and Kashera, and case, Kanga, Kada, Kashera. I'm not able to recall, sir. These are the practices which are followed by baptized Sikhs, sir. The Khalsa Panth was established by Guru Gobind Singh Ji in 1699, and Kirpan, sir. The fifth one is Kirpan, sir.
Okay, 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 no problem.